Hello and welcome to the 17th episode of Football Analysis, and today I've got an absolutely huge scoring game for you today. It started very well in the first half and only got better, especially for one man. But today I am bringing you the Norwich Man City game from the Norwich Stadium, the Etihad Stadium. So as I said, it's a very high scoring game. I'll just give you a quick disclaimer at the beginning of the video. This is not a highlights video, so if you're looking to see raw footage of the actual game, the actual footage of the goals, then this isn't the video for you. And I'll also be disclosing the full-time score, so if you're looking forward to watching a highlights program later in the evening, then you probably don't want to stick around too long on here either. But anyway, I'm going to kick it off, and it just started brilliantly for Man City, as you'd expect, being number 2, chasing down the number 1 spot. It only took them till, well, Senna started brilliantly. 8th minute, Tevez got booked for unsporting behaviour, so it was looking a bit dicey whether he was going to make the whole 90th minutes. But as you'll see later on, he came in very handy, and as a matter of fact, the first goal in the 18th minute was from Tevez outside the area into the middle of the goal. Keeper probably should have done a little bit better and got a pretty nice assist from David Silva as well. So he was once again threatening on the 20th minute, taking another shot with making Elliot Ward kind of work for his living as it is. And then so that was the 18th minute they scored, and then they were threatening throughout the first half quite substantially. Norwich weren't doing too badly. They are what I kind of class as an underrated team, as they beat Tottenham last week. But Sergio Aguero made it 2-0 on the 27th minute, so it was kind of going City's way, as you'd expect this far into the game. And up until the 45th minute at half time, not a lot else happened. Nasri got booked on the 42nd minute, but that was about it. But there were 2 substitutions on the 40th minute, like at half time for Norwich, so all respect to that manager. He was trying to kind of get them back into the game, and as a matter of fact, the substitution Surman, who was brought in at half time, did make a pretty immediate impact 5 minutes in, and Russell Martin sends in a nice ball, and Surman finds the back of the net with it, so not too bad. Puts it 2-1. You're thinking maybe a comeback's on, we might be able to grab a draw. Yeah, Joe Hart was doing a bit of, had a few saves to try and make, but he definitely wasn't as busy as the Norwich goalkeeper Elliot Ward was. And 58th minute, Nasri has a pretty good shot with old Lescott diving in the way to make the save. Another couple of substitutions around the 60th, 70th minute, but in the 72nd minute, Tevez pops up again to make it 3-1. So it's kind of getting back into the stride of thing. And then, so that was the 73rd minute, and then 74th minute we have Aguero popping in another. So it's 4-1 at this point. You're thinking, well, they can't really get many more than that. It's nearly the 80th minute, but they do in fact get another one. 75th minute, just after the Aguero goal, Silva goes off and Aguero and Johnson comes on. He's a name to remember. And then Tevez sneaks a cheeky hat-trick in the 80th minute, and then is immediately substituted, and Michael Richards comes on. So he kind of got his, special applause as it was. So at this point it's 5-1, 10 minutes left. You're thinking, dear me, it's a bit of damage limitation now for Norwich. And as I said, Aguero Johnson came on for Man City, and 92nd minute, so a little bit into injury time, found the back of the net in the bottom right hand corner of the goal. So overall, it was not a bad game whatsoever for Man City, sticking 6 past Norwich to their 1. All respect to Norwich, so they did try, like the 91st minute had Martin crossing the ball, forcing Joe Hart into a save, but nothing too substantial. To give you a few stats, it was exactly a 50-50 split of possession, so it was kind of saying you don't need to have all the possession to dominate, you just need the clinical finishers like Tevez showed in that game. Shot wise, as I've been saying, Norwich didn't do too badly, but their shots on target ratio was nowhere in the league of Man City's were, with Man City having 22 shots to Norwich's 16, 17 of those being on shot, whereas Norwich only got 8, so it's only 50% for Norwich, whereas Man City were kind of dominating. Corner wise, it was pretty even, 5 to City, 3 to Norwich, and as you'd expect, because Norwich were a bit more on defensive, they had 10 fouls to City's 5. So I do hope you have enjoyed this football analysis. If you have, possibly leave a comment on what you feel, how you felt the game should have gone. Obviously it was rather one-sided, but anything you think I missed is always greatly appreciated. A bit of feedback. If you have enjoyed, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later for the MOAB project.